Ever wished you could hop into a time machine and zoom off to the future, or maybe rewrite a moment from your past? You're not alone. Time travel has fueled our wildest dreams, from blockbuster movies to late-night what-if debates. But here's the million-dollar question: can we actually travel through time? Today we're diving into the science, the myths, and the mind-bending possibilities. So grab your imaginary time machine and let's blast off. Welcome to Exploratory Mind, and in this video, we're exploring two big ideas: time travel to the future and time travel to the past. One's closer to reality than you might think, and the other? Well, it's a bit of a cosmic puzzle. Stick with me, because by the end you'll know what's possible, what's fantasy, and what's still out there waiting to be discovered. Let's kick things off with some good news. Time travel to the future is totally possible. No, seriously, it's not just sci-fi nonsense. But before you start planning a trip to see flying cars or robot overlords, there's a twist. It's not as simple as pushing a button. This comes straight from Albert Einstein's genius brain and his theory of relativity. It's called time dilation, and here's how it works. Picture yourself on a spaceship, racing through space at nearly the speed of light. While you're zooming around, time for you moves slower than it does for everyone chilling back on Earth. So if you spend a couple of years cruising the cosmos, you might return to Earth and find that decades have passed. It's like fast-forwarding the world while your life stays in slow-mo. Pretty wild, huh? Scientists call this the twin paradox. One twin jets off on a high-speed space adventure and comes back barely aged, while the other twin's rocking gray hair and grandkids. And here's the kicker: this isn't just a cool idea, we've seen it happen. Astronauts on the International Space Station age a tiny bit slower than us, and even GPS satellites have to adjust for time dilation. It's real, folks. Now don't get too hyped. You'd need to move crazy fast or hang out near a black hole to notice a big difference. So, no skipping Monday mornings with a quick orbit, sorry. Okay, future travel's cool, but what about going back in time? You know, to high-five your younger self, undo an awkward moment, or catch a dinosaur in action. That's the dream, right? But can science make it happen? Here's the bad news. Time travel to the past, not looking good. And there's a famous problem that trips it up, the grandfather paradox. Check this out. Imagine you go back in time and accidentally stop your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. Oops, no love story, no parents, and no you. But if you were never born, how did you go back to mess things up? It's a brain-twisting loop that doesn't add up. See the problem? This paradox suggests time travel to the past might be impossible, or at least really messy. Scientists aren't fans of ideas that break logic like that. Now, some folks point to wormholes, these theoretical tunnels that might connect different times. Sounds neat, right? But here's the catch. They'd need weird stuff like negative energy to work, and we're nowhere close to figuring that out. It's like trying to build a rocket out of bubble gum. Fun to think about, but not happening anytime soon. So while going back in time makes for epic stories, science says it's probably stuck in the maybe someday category. Bummer! But let's talk about the fun stuff. Sci-fi time travel. From Doc Brown's flux capacitor to the TARDIS's whooshing magic, movies and shows make time travel look awesome. So how does that stack up to real science? Spoiler not well, in the movies you just hop in, set a date, and bam, you're sipping tea with Shakespeare. But in reality, no fancy gadgets or glowing portals. We're stuck with physics, and it's not that generous. And don't get me started on the extras, like changing history or splitting into parallel universes. Some stories even say you can time travel with pure determination. If only I could wish myself back to Friday night pizza. Sadly, science says it's all Hollywood magic, super entertaining but not real. Still, we love these stories for a reason. They fire up our imagination. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll crack the code. Until then, let's enjoy the ride on the big screen. So where does that leave us? Time travel to the future? Possible in a limited way. Think spaceships and slow aging, not instant jumps. Time travel to the past? Not so much. Those paradoxes and wormholes are holding us back. For now, science says we're better off dreaming with our favorite movies. But here's something to ponder. If you could time travel to the future, what would you want to see? Hoverboards? Alien visitors? Drop your ideas in the comments. I'm dying to know. Thanks for joining me on this time-bending adventure. If you like this, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more crazy science. Next time, maybe we'll explore parallel universes. Who's in? Catch you in the future.